we're back for an all-new show. Listen, it is Black Future Month. I don't know if anybody's missed the memo, but Kanye West has officially changed Black History Month to Black Future Month. I feel like we're talking about Ye a lot over here at Hollywood Unlocked, Damage and Blue, because we actually talk to him every single day. But this past weekend, we had the Black Future Brunch, and I just want to kind of set it up because there's a lot of speculation online what this is about. And what's so crazy is, why do we need to speculate why Black people came together to honor one another? So just to bring people up to speed, Kanye West and I were talking about Black History Month, and he said, I really want to reclaim our Black History Month as Black Future Month, because I'm really focused on the future of how we can invest in technology and media and fashion and food and industry and technology. And I was like, yo, and I said, okay, what does that look like? And he created this symbol. And let me show you what the symbol looks like right here. Well, when he posted that on his Instagram, I said, yo, we got to make this more of a movement and less of a moment. And he said, yeah, I agree. This does need to be a movement. So where do we start? What do we do? And he has a lot of great ideas in terms of how to build under all those pillars. But I said, let me tell you, from where I sit, where we need to start is with Black media. People who are in the media, who are Black, who look like me, who talk about people who look like you, and let's get them involved, because ultimately we want them to be the storytellers that go back and help us control our narrative. We need to reclaim our narrative. And in that conversation, some really powerful ideas were exchanged between the two of us. And then he was excited and wanted to do it immediately. So Damage Blue, we did this in 3 days. You both were there. I want to know a couple things. One, what was your takeaway? And two, what was your takeaway after you thought about your takeaway? Because it's been hitting me different ways in different times.
Woo! Well, Jason, let's just talk about the setup of the brunch. Walking into that warehouse, I don't think I've ever been to a brunch at a warehouse. It gave me vacancy, but it also gave me like high power. It was very illuminating. Like, this was the most, I've never seen anything like this. Instead of the round table, there was a triangle table. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know what I was walking into, right? But I think I did. I was like,
I know when you walked in that warehouse, you saw that black triangle. I know you were like, ooh.
I said, wait, are we about to do a blood sacrifice? No, I'm just playing. But I think what was amazing about it, because I did get to go outside and walk back in with all the people from media, and to get to see friends like Carl Cherry, that's at Spotify, my boy Trent from Hip Hop DX, and so many people that are from so many different media platforms, but like you said, that look like us. I thought that was the most powerful thing, because I remember back in my old days of hosting, I used to see a lot of these media personalities and all these people that work at these media platforms. And I felt like there hasn't been an opportunity yet for us to come back together and talk about issues that affect us as Black people. So just that alone was so powerful, to see so many different faces, so many different people come together and talk about this topic of how we're being represented in the media. And some of these people worked at Black platforms, and some of these people didn't work at necessarily Black platforms, but they were Black people in it. And I just thought it was just a powerful moment to sit down and fellowship and kind of have that communication and create that dialogue, because I feel like with social media, we are still connected, but we're so far apart. And I feel like we need that face-to-face interaction.
Yeah, and it's so crazy. We're always hearing people have those conversations about the proverbial table. Like, I want a seat at the table. Where's the table? What you bring to the table? I am the table. We're always hearing that talk. And I think one of the things that I thought about recently is a lot of us are fighting to be seated at tables that our ancestors would have flipped over, right? Not all tables are good. So when I walked in there, I was like, they built this epic Last Supper slash Illuminati slash you can tell somebody got money, beautiful ass table, but it's a table that we built for us, by us, to feed the community. So that kind of struck me immediately. And then when I sat down, I was like, now Blue, you don't know how to lie. Do you want to say anything? Because you don't know how to lie. And so when Jason was like, no, take the mic, I was like, wait, we're in a space where people can tell the truth and be surrounded by other gatekeepers and not be demonized for it. So I love that diversity of thought was so encouraged. Jason, every time you and Ye were honest and talking about how you guys have disagreements and how you work through it, there was so much power in seeing two alpha males like show to the public, well, not to the public, to everybody at the table, what it's like to disagree and still find a way to find a middle ground and find what's best for the community. I feel like a lot of times when people see you with Kanye, they assume you have to be a yes man in order to be around him. But literally all we did was talk about diversity of thought. And that's what's so powerful to me is Black folks don't have to agree to be powerful. We just have to be on the same page.
That's
Well, what I
right.
loved about it, and let me be very clear, when I curated that brunch and why I made sure that you two were there, not just because you're on the show, is because we aren't yes men. We don't just go with the flow. I want perspectives around the table that challenge him, that challenge me, that challenge yourselves. And I think not only did we have people from media, but like you said, you had the neighborhood talk and the Hollywood Unlocked and the Ball Alerts, but then you also had Variety. You also had Forbes. You had people who represent LA Times, people who were representative of establishments that aren't owned by us and that may not be for us, but because they are there and they have a different perspective, I think was important. I also want to shout out Connie Orlando, one of the heads of BT, and to James DeBose, who actually gave us the deal on Fox Soul, who was also there. He heads Fox Soul, and to my friend Amber Raspberry from Amazon Prime, who she's done a lot of amazing work. I felt once we started to talk and people started to look around the room and go, can we really say whatever we want to say? I remember Kanye saying, say what you want to say and stop apologizing for being honest. And I was just like, yo, it was good to hear him say that. I felt like when he said it, everybody else felt like it gave them permission to do it. And I've
Yep.
been watching everybody online who wasn't there respond to it. And it's really funny because we're so quick to demonize any type of work that we do that's progressive. And I walked away feeling so powerful. I felt so filled up. We were able to honor Gail Mitchell from Billboard, who's been a pillar as a Black journalist for many years over there, and who's done a lot of phenomenal work. She's actually the one that did the announcement for Hollywood Unlocked's national radio show when nobody else at Variety or Deadline wanted to pick it up. And so when I thought about the community that we created that day, I won't lie, I walked away feeling like it was bigger than I had imagined when we put it together. We knew we were pulling together 50 people who look like us, who does the work that we do, but I left feeling just this has to be a bigger mission, a bigger movement. And Ye has called me every day about I want to do it again this week. I'm like, we can't do it again right this week. Like, let's make this purposeful. But he wants to do it every week because he loved it. What were some of the takeaways that you guys got from the actual brunch, like tangible takeaways that you actually received or saw?
I could just piggyback off what Blue said, and I think you said it in the same light. The fact that people could have their own opinions, but there was no canceling in the room, there was no arguing. We can have a difference of opinion, but still move towards the same goal. And I think that's what's so powerful about sitting down at the table. You have an idea, I have an idea. Let's try to meet in the middle and see how we can work together. A lot of people are all tied up to Kanye's personal life. But what he did, well, along with you, Jason Lee, is set down people that needed to have their voices heard and to talk to each other. A lot of people haven't had the opportunity to have this crosstalk with each other. Like you're naming legendary names that I don't know last time or if I ever even met these people. It's a powerful moment. There was some young people in media there. I was sitting next to a young lady that worked at Ball Alert, and you're talking about somebody that's an OG, a legend that walked that billboard. There's a networking opportunity. There's a fellowship opportunity. There's a mentoring opportunity there. So I feel like it was so many things happening on so many levels that it was just kind of like I just sat back, I'm an observer. I just sit back and just like, wow, this is crazy. Like I'm sitting next to my boy Carl Cherry. We got the future of media sitting over here. We have the OGs in media across the table talking
Yeah,
about,
Arnold
people that
Turner,
worked
who's
at
covered the
BT.
red carpet for years, sitting in there. It was one of the moments for me that was really important was when the lady from Essence said that, sometimes our celebrities, our Black celebrities, feel like the ice is colder on the other side. And
Mm-hmm.
that oftentimes these Black celebrities run over there to the affection of white people. This is something I've been saying for a long time. Remember, that was a criticism that I've said to a lot of people right here on the show. And she said, like, we would love to have you on our cover. And Kanye took her number, called the owner of Essence, and now they're setting up the photo shoot for the cover of Essence. I mean, that was the power of the transactions that happened between Black people in that room. This is somebody who, came there not knowing why she was there, because I'll be honest with you, we didn't even know everything about what we wanted to do until we literally were 2 hours before the event, because I started calling people, asking them what it meant to them. Like, what do you think today mean? What would you like to see out of today? And so we shaped it that morning. But I think nobody really understood how powerful it was actually going to become. Shout out to Armand Wiggins. He's a YouTuber who I've showed a lot of love on some of my shows. He was invited there, and I know he's on his come up, and I think back from the times where when I was where he was, and I just moved to LA and I had all this ambition and I wanted an opportunity, but nobody opened doors for me. I said on my Instagram when he posted me, he said I was the GOAT. I reposted and I said, I don't build tables to sit at them alone. I'm not insecure. I don't feel like I lose anything by sharing my space with others. Yes, I'm building my relationship with Ye, but it's important for him to know all the other people I have a relationship with who are important. And so when I'm sitting there and I can sit across from James DuBose from FOXSOUL and have a dialogue about how we disagree over money or how we disagree over price and value, and not value, but price. And then for Ye and I to show that we disagree. One of the criticisms that I've been getting online is that, and this is where I think we all have to kind of check how we do what we do, right? I am a Black man, Black entrepreneur, Black CEO, and oftentimes I've been discredited by my own people. The first thing, whenever I got close with Cardi, we were Cardi Wood Unlocked. Then when I got close to Floyd Mayweather, it was, oh, he's in Floyd's pocket, he's in Floyd's pocket, or he's on Floyd's payroll. Then when I got close to Ye, oh my God, he's brainwashed. Me and Ye have disagreements and very spirited conversations around perspective. And what I respect about that man is that he doesn't try to change me. He doesn't try to tell me how I should behave. Just like I think in that moment, Blue and Damage there at the brunch, all of us were exchanging ideas from multiple experiences, but none of us were trying to convert anyone to believe our experience was better than theirs.